Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online challenge. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the draw for game one. So I think I pitch a Malevolent Rumble here, right? We reveal Devourer, reveal Gemstone, pitch a Rumble, Lab, Devourer, Talisman, Rumble on one. So we should have a kicked Myco on two if we hit right. And pass in full. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we just need a land. Final Preordain. I'd love to draw into a land. I guess we can actually determine what we draw into. K command seems good here, especially if it is correct that my opponent is playing Prowess. So we'll go K command. If that's the case, and I am half tempted. No, I think we still go for the Rumble. There's Emrakul. So we have an Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, this looks like an Emrakul on turn 3 as it currently stands. Alright, we'll hold. This will have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Is it a slick shot show off or an EI? Slick shot's fine. They can't kill me this turn. We can exile the slick shot. Draw. Another Rumble. Rumble, I think, makes sense here. And then we can K command the slick shot. So there is a Sanctum. There's a Chrysalis. Chrysalis will add another type to yard, which I do like. So in that case, I will grow with Sanctum, play Sanctum, and then I will ramp and exile Slick Shot. And done. And opponent sees the writing on the wall for the turn 3 Emrakul. We will take it. Good stuff. Alright. Let's go to game 2 in that case. We want Pajigabog, we want Cavernous Souls, we want Heat, K Return, and Trinisphere. Cut the Ghost Quarter. Cut a Rumble, and I think I've been cutting the Ice Tills. Let's see. I don't want to cut Chrysalis. We could cut a 7-mana value spell. I'm tempted just to maybe cut a K Return. I guess if I were to trim on Trinisphere, we would only need to, we would be good as is. So do I trim on K Return here or trim on Emrakul? It can sometimes be hard to accelerate that quickly into Emrakul, so it might be right to trim an Emrakul here instead of the K Return. K Return objectively is not as good into Prowess as it is into Energy, for example. So maybe just running 2 might be correct. Keep the Emrakul, especially that way we're able to get this Trinisphere out early. Yeah, let's do that. Gemstone Caverns, my beloved. I love to see it. When everyone asks me, why do you play Gemstone Caverns? This is why. 11% chance of hitting it in your opening 7. I will keep. I will reveal. I will play. I'll exile a Sprawl here. And I'll pass. Opponent goes, you have to be kidding me. Trigger. Oh, there's a Trinisphere. Hey. Ooh, what do I want here? I think I do want the Trinisphere. Like actually, those are horseshoes shoved up. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. As I say all the time, friends, it is better to be lucky than it is to be good. Arid Mesa fetch. You don't play Spell Clear, so yeah, it's bound to be just a Surveil. Surveil's fine. We will take a Temple here. And I will pass. It would have only been better if we were able to go for a turn 1 Trinisphere. What did Foothills fetch? 18. And a Steel Cutter bobble. No bobble? Well, opponent, I am sorry to say, but you're not going to be playing much. I will cast Trinisphere. Does opponent scoop? Oh, yes. The power that is Gemstone Caverns. You got to love it. All right, friends. We'll be back for match number 2. All right, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. And it's interesting. I mean, we have 7 hits on the top for K-Command 2-on-2. A green source gets us to Chrysalis on 3, and another land after that gets to a Breaker on 4. Yeah, I think we keep this one. We also have the option of Chrysalis on 2 if we draw into a Sprawl. That also gets us K-Command X2 on 2. So, yeah, some options. Bobble Bobble Steam Vents looking like... I guess it could be Prowess, but they would play Emery. Okay, never mind. This is Affinity. Is Affinity. Thoughtcast. Okay. They kind of whiff there. Redraw. Emrakul. I will play... Yeah, this Emrakul is not going to be seen play for a while. I'll play Temple. And pass. Then crack Bobble, target self or target me. Then Emery can bring it back. So they're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn until I can either deal with Emery or both of these Bobbles, which I don't like. Saga trigger. Saga's pretty good. Springleaf Drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if you have Kappa in hand, you can play Kappa on 2. Thoughtcast, draw 2. Thoughtcast, draw 2. Memnite resolves. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they need a blue source. I don't think they can make it work. That's fine. They're currently short. Yeah, they're currently short 2. So I don't think they can get the Kappa. I am tempted to K-Command out the Memnite, though, but I don't think it matters. It doesn't delay the Kappa is the biggest thing. It just would end up with me drawing a card. I don't think it's necessary right now. We'll draw. Rumble. Stomping Ground Shock. Let's Rumble here. I guess they could Metallic Rebuke, but... Okay, so maybe then the Cakeman may have been right. At the time, I guess we didn't know about the Rumble, though. So, moot point. Again, the fact they're drawing 2 a turn's kind of rough. Saga trigger. This construct's gonna be pretty big. Interesting. I'm at least going to take 1 down to 17 as it stands, unless they have a way to haste in a construct. They need 1 more mana to make that work, though. The problem is next turn, we're looking at them potentially having lethal. Yeah, Emery Bauble is a hell of a card. Is it a Kappa? It is a Kappa. There's the cap. They hold up Crypt. Emery, Bauble, Trigger, Kappa. Yeah, game 1 against Affinity is kind of rough here. He on top of which. Alrighty. We draw. Bauble trigger, target me. A soul land would be nice. Draw. That's not a soul land. So, how do we want to proceed here? We could play Chrysalis, but we're going to get absolutely smacked in the face by Kappa. We do need to worry about a construct being hasted in. We can exile that, though. And I guess one benefit with the Chrysalis is that we can block it and chomp. That's true. The Tormod script is going to keep this Emrakul offline. So K command X2, but what are we trying to go into? That's the question. Because Kappa's going to hit me for at least 11, I would say. Yeah, 11 seems reasonable. Okay, I'm going to fetch down to 17. We're going to grab a forest. Play Chrysalis. Yield to all. And we'll hold. Bauble. We're going to draw 2 cards here. I even realized they had a 3rd Bauble, Jesus. Yield to all. Bauble's a pretty good card. Saga. Trigger Kappa. Yield all. I imagine they want to go boots. So before the boots equip, yep, we will exile the construct. Saga trigger. Emery target Bauble. Yep. Plays the Bauble. Yep. Why did you not boots the construct? That's concerning. That tells me a lot. Scry, draw, exile. Done. No construct for you, but right now we're looking like we're dead. They still have blue up. Bauble, Bauble. Bauble triggers draw 2. Draw. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can play another Chrysalis. The problem is, no matter what, they have a way to make or have an artifact enter, whether it be the construct. So yeah, I think we just have to concede. There isn't much we can do. All right, we'll concede. And that's par for the course in game 1 against Affinity. So we are going to want Fade, Bauble, and let me pull up my sideboard guide. So we're saying Bauble, return, Fade. But even return's kind of meh here. So if we go fade and bobble, we cut ice till and quarter because we want to keep bog here now. We can cut gemstone. I guess that would allow us to bring in the return. Though actually there's some thought to bringing in Jailer or Cage because of Emery. Keyword some thought. The return in this instance might be better. I guess actually Heat could be good. We could bring in Heat. That is true. Because Emery is 2 toughness. So bringing in Heat could be worth it. And then trimming on what, though, after? Because we want the Bog, we want the Cavernous Souls. The Tormod script's kind of telling me that we trim on Emrakul. And then run it back like this. Yeah, let's try that. On the play for game 2. Bobble on 1 is pretty good. Temple, bobble, pass. And pass. Springs tapped and draw. Fade from history as well. Okay, this hand only gets better. Alright, we will likely just surveil. No reason to use this K command yet. An Eland. Emissary. Yep. Make your drones, opponent. Always yield. And until end of turn. Boots. East the boots. We'll go to end step. And I will commercial district surveil. We don't need to worry about consign or rebuke, so we could go Utopia Sprawl. That we have, I guess we already have double green. It would be mana neutral. We kind of do need something else to cast, don't we? Let's say Sprawl to Grave, Warp, and Draw. Micro Spawn's pretty good. So in that case, I'll play Chrysalis. Yield all. I mean, they could have a Kappa next turn, but if they do, I think we just set them back to the Stone Age, right? And bolt. That is fine. Trigger. And draw. K return. So I'll play the Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. So I can go, let's see, we have how much mana? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus, I guess it'd be 5, would be 2. So we can't go kicked Myco as much as I would like to. We could kick Myco, but could kick Myco and not play the Fade, but I think it's correct to play the Fade. So again, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 3 would be 4. So we could make that work. So we'll just cast the Myco then. And yield all. We'll grab a Temple. And then cast Fade. Alright, go to combat, swinging for a 4/5, and pass friend. And pass. You got a bear. Actually, I do need to pick up tokens, don't I? I forgot about that. That's funny. We'll draw. Sprawl is mana neutral. For red. And we'll go to combat. Swing for 7. Blocking. And passing. We have K command on end step or K return depending. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. Alright, one gemstone back in. We'll cut a rumble and run it back. Yeah, I mean, this is an appealing hand. Utopia Sprawl for red. Devourer. We'll keep it. We do need to... I guess we should... Do we go for green or for red, actually? I don't know. Reveal Devourer. I guess we can figure that more based on what we see off Devourer, right? Scouting Tarn fetch. Done 19. Looks like an Emissary start. Card's good. Who would tunk? And then they have blue up. Ugh. Hate that. EE for 0. Is this a turn 1 Kappa? Son of a... Well, we need Fade. We will draw. Or rather, we will dig 4, then draw. Turn 1 Kappa's pretty good, because that's what? 5, 6, 9, 10 damage? Huh. I don't know if I can even do anything, is the problem. Because if they are just able to make it unblockable... Yeah, I think I might just lose. We need a fade, but we can't... We need to draw into it. And even then, I don't have the ability to play it on turn 3 right now. So we'd need to just hope they draw into bricks for the next, what, like 2 turns? Because we're about to take 10 to the face. And if they draw into an artifact, they're just going to hold it for a turn. They have no reason not to. In that case, we might actually need the K command. Yeah, I think we will. So we're going to grab the K command. Alright, we will go forest. We need to go double green. And then pass. And then pass. We'll take 10 to the face down to 10. One card in hand. We will draw a second forest. So the biggest thing is this, right? If that's an artifact in hand, they play it, Kappa goes up to 6. These drones and the Kappa present lethal. So at that point, what's my hope? I would need to be able to block the Memnite and get rid of a drone, and that way they're only dealing me 9 down to 1. That would be my hope. So I think I need to hold this K command in a vain attempt to potentially stabilize. Yeah, we'll go Temple. Now the question is, do I do that now? I might be right to do it now to play around them drawing into a Consign or a Rebuke, right? So we ramp and exile. We exile a drone. Drone down, make 2. So now we can block the Memnite. At this point, we pass in full. There's nothing else I can do. Saga. Not a artifact, notably. At least not this turn. What is that last card in hand? If it's another land, that would be ideal, because we could still draw into the Fade. Oh, what is this? Emery? Blue. What is this? 3. Oh, another Kappa. You have to be effing joking me. Okay, we need the Fade. There is no discussion to be had. We need the Fade from history. That is 8 damage down to 2. Alright. 2 hits off top. Let's see it. We draw. That's not it. Okay, they could still... No, they have the... Wait. No, but then... I was thinking, like, well, I can get rid of the Saga. They could still draw into a land, but then we have to deal with 2 drones, right? Or 3 drones, rather. So we can't do that. So is my next hope that we just rumble and we just, like, high roll into an Emrakul somehow? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, we fire off the rumble. I think that's my only hope, but even then, this will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no way we get 5. I guess 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we hit exactly 4 types, we'd have to hit exactly 4 types for the Emrakul. But even then, that doesn't matter. We kill a Kappa, we clear their board of drones, right? Oh, actually, no. That still kills me. Because then it's still going to have 1 Kappa on board. And then the Saga will then go off. Damn it. I mean, not doing anything else. Return. Bobble's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so funny. That's so upsetting, actually. Because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's so upsetting. We hit the Emrakul. The second Kappa killed me. That's so upsetting. Turn 1 Kappa into what? Turn 2 Kappa? We'll take control of their turn. Like, what the fresh hell am I supposed to do here? I'm just dead, right? Saga. Trigger. And then we pop the EE. We pop the EE. It clears the drones, clears the Memnite, clears the Opal. We slam a Kappa into Emrakul, and then they just search for a freaking artifact. So upsetting. Gonna tax. And we'll pass. And we're dead. Like, think about this for a second. That was a turn 3 Emrakul, and it was not good enough. Just think about that for a second. A turn 3, 13/13 flying trample, I've taken control of your turn, was not good enough. Wild. Absolutely wild. Damn. Alright. I can't block. And we're dead. Well, it is what it is. Sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. Sometimes your Affinity opponent plays a Kappa Cannoneer on turn 1. And then on turn 2. absolutely wild stuff. But we'll be back for match 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. Yeah, we can keep it. 4 hits off top for K Command, X2 on 2. I will go Forest, Sprawl. Sprawl for what? Double green or red green? We already have greens. I'm thinking red. Do you have a forest? You don't. We'll go red then. And pass. And pass. And Thoughtseize. If it's Thoughtseize, they take K Command, I'd imagine. K Command is the best card in this hand right now. Unfortunate. Thoughtseize, good card, no matter what format it's in. Takes the... Ooh, interesting. Talisman? You force it? I mean, if they force it, it's not the end of the world. Gets 2 cards out of their hand. They know about the K Command. We'll play the Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. And we'll pass. And we'll hold in case another Thoughtseize. We'll cycle the K Command. Is cycling the K Command even worth it then? Because then if it's a good card off top, we'll want that card, versus we know we're going to lose the K Command regardless. On 13. Easy to throw, it's a throw. I mean, this makes me think they have force, right? That's the only explanation that I can see. Because they know about the K Command, they didn't take the K Command. There's a World Breaker. So I guess the question is now, do I force check them or do I play into a counter spell, right? I think I just force check them. Yes. Actually, am I tempted to scry draw instead of ramp? The benefit of ramping is that we get the world break next turn. I don't even think this resolves, so I think it's a moot point, but the scry draw actually might be relevant here. Alright, force me. And one more. Come on. You can do it. Moto's having a moment. I did drop some frames, but it doesn't look like my internet's going out. Force check. Yeah, there's Preordain now. Okay, makes sense. I figured that was the case, but I think we had to. I'd love to see a temple then, because 3, 4, 5, 7, that we could breaker and at least block the frog. At least take 1 down to 19. So is this Murktide? I guess it could be Goryo's, but we haven't seen white. Preordain. No, I don't feel like Preordain's played in Goryo's, is it? Hold the phone. Let's look at a deck list. Goryo's. One of. But that's 2? Riddler? This feels like Merc. You draw 2. I feel like Murktide. Oh, 1000% Murktide. Pitch Frog. Timmy won't flip. Frog. Draw 2. Down to 17. Riddler trigger. And draw. Ice Till. Alright. We will play the Ice Till. Do you have a Subtlety? No shot you drew into Subtlety. Ice Tail resolves, Forest Trigger, and Mill. That's not a land. I needed a land there. We'll pass. We're not blocking the frog. Undersea Sewer Surveil, 3 in hand. Otawara to Yard. I mean, I guess they can flip the Tamiyo. You have another Riddler? Yep. Tamiyo flips. I feel like they should have attacked first, right? Pitch a card of Frog, pitch a card of Frog. Yeah, Frog Riddler is also a ridiculous combination of cards. And float. We will take the 6 down to 11. They draw an additional 2. Riddler Warp. And now they can Fatal Push? Yup. Brutal. Draw. Wooded Foothills. Wooded Foothills. I'm gonna have to fetch Shock. Damn. Fetch. Shock. Breaker. And Breaker breaks the sewers. And pass. They need a subtlety here. No subtlety, so we can block the frog, but the thing is the Breaker is going to die. We really need a Devourer here to deal with the frog. Oh, there's a subtlety. I mean, I can't keep it on top. Point blank statement. We have to bottom it. Oh, actually we lose. They minus Tamiyo, pick up a card, yeah. Yep, we lose. Yep. Damn. Frog and Riddler are good cards. Alright, let's go to game 2. So this is feeling more Murktide, so I'm gonna go Heat, cut the returns. Doesn't seem like Oculus. Subtlety, yes. Force, yes. So probably, I'd say at least, what, like 2 forces, maybe 3 to 4 subtleties. So maybe bringing in Vexing Bobble's relevant. Bajugabog's relevant. Chris's relevant. Do I cut the Ice Till package here? I guess we cut Gemstone. And we can cut a 7-mana value spell. They're probably bringing in... Oh god, what was that one card? Artifact 1, tap, pay black, draw a card, exile target opponent's yard. Actually, I do like Flute. That's right. In that case, yeah, I think we cut the Ice Till package. Which means we still need to bring in 1 more card. Huh. Interesting. What else do I want here? I guess I could keep the Ghost Quarter. Is somewhat relevant at times. Yeah, either that or keep Anti still. We'll keep Anti still. That's fine. Alright. On the play for game 2. Flute, Bog, Stomping, Chrysalis, Myco. Hand seems a bit meh. Mulligan. Interesting. I mean, yeah, sure. Pitch a lab. Commercial District Surveil. Emrakul to Yard. And pass. And pass. Fetch Bloodstained Mire. Thoughtseize on 1? Going for a basic 2 tells me they have a Harbinger in hand. Oh, that's not good. I should take the Flute. I guess I could take the Emrakul as well, but they should take the Flute. Takes the Emrakul. And Misty Rains. So I'm going to go Misty, assuming that I'm right about the Harbinger in hand. I am going to do this. Do you have a Force? And that way we can guarantee we have red. Yeah, they definitely have the freaking Harbinger in hand. Another Thoughtseize? Ah, damn. Okay. Flute out. Island. Tamiyo. Tamiyo's a problem. Talisman. Cast the Talisman. Lab. Pass in full. No imprint. Alright, we're top decking for our lives now. Between this Tamiyo and the supposed Harbinger in hand. Tamiyo attacks, makes a clue. They can draw a card. We draw. Heat. We are short on heat. Play the lab since they already know about it. No imprint and hold. So at least we can deal with the Harbinger. We'll draw a card with a clue. Up to 3. They'll go up to 4 in hand. Yep. And we'll hold. Attack with the Tamiyo. Make a clue. Blue Delta fetch for a swamp. Basic island. And here comes the Harbinger. No, it's a Merc. Ooh. And that is out of range of the Holy Heat. That's a bit unfortunate. Yes, that resolves. Yeesh. We'll go for red. I guess we have red-green now. We'll go for red, though. We're about to take 7 to the dome. They could also flip the Tamiyo if they wanted next turn by cracking 2 clues. They might actually do so. Attack with both. Take 7 down to 12. Draw. Oh. Well, this becomes interesting. We'll play the Shifting Woodland. This is very interesting now. Hold the phone. Because Unholy Heat is our 4th type. So as long as it doesn't get forced... Ooh. Hello. Combat. Attack. Tamiyo investigates. I'm going to heat. Because then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Shifting Woodland, target Emrakul. So I guess I can heat... Doesn't really matter. We'll heat the Tamiyo. I guess it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take 1. It's fine. Heat the Tamiyo. Do you have a Force? Shifting Woodland, target Emrakul. I do love me some Shifting Woodland. And we'll be able to now block the Murktide. And potentially present lethal into turn cycles. We'll go to blocks. We block. Opponent's trying to figure out what the hell they do now. I mean, they can't do anything at instant speed. No matter what, this dies, right? Unless they sink the Murk. I guess they could sink the Murk. They can't sink the Emrakul, because it has pro instant. Ninjutsu? Yeah. That's a thing you can do. So now you can stun the Emrakul in Shifting Woodland. Oh, that's so interesting. Because yeah, now the Shifting Woodland is stunned. Oh, that's so unfortunate. They might still get it. Get it then. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need Chrysalis, Mega Spawn something here. We'll draw. Cake Man's not bad. My concern, of course, is that they have a Consign. Consign's more narrow than... I mean, Consign and Force, right? So I think we still Cake Man here. We can't hit the Kaido because the Kaido has Hexproof. I'm going to ramp Scry Draw now. And done. Let us resolve. That's a Consign. Unfortunate. I knew it was likely to be the case, but I was hopeful. And we'll pass. I guess maybe there's some merit to have been playing it on their turn just to tax them by 1. I'm not sure it's going to matter. Frog. Kaido, Surveil, draw. Yeah, I think this is likely GG's. Draw. Yep, that is GG's. Alright, I will concede. Unfortunate. Yeah, that Kaido's good tech for Murktide. I still think it's not a great deck right now, but it definitely can get some wins out. But we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, and we're back for match number 4 on the play for game 1. Yeah, we can make it work. I would love to see a 7 value spell off top so we can then tug underneath the lab before you play the Rumble. And potentially kick Mega Spawn on turn 3. And tapped. And pass. And pass. Suppose their opponent might be on Boros, but hard to say. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Sacred Foundry. Yup. What you got, friend? Ragavan? Yeah. Draw. Lab. In that case, I'll play Forest and Rumble. There's Temple or Devourer. I think I'm going to go Devourer, because we can tuck Devour underneath Lab. Yes. We can always use it later. We will block the Ragavan unless they discharge it or static prison it. But next turn we can get a Chrysalis on board, which will be good. Combat, we are going to snap block that monkey. And we'll pass and full at that point. So right now it's kind of looking like this sequence. Did you miss a land drop, friend? Oh, unfortunate. Down to 16. Planes for bombardment? Yes. So potentially in a Johnny coming up. I will Ugin Lab, Tuck Devourer, cast Chrysalis. Yield all. Chrysalis, it's nice to have you back, friend. We'll hold. Do you have an Ajani? Ajani would be the worst case scenario here, by and large. Would it be the best card off top right now? I mean, K-Return. K-Return's always good here. Devour would also be fine. World Breaker would be fine. okay command. We actually have a ton of hits off top right now. 3, 7, 10. 3 short of Emrakul. Is that a Static Prison? That's a Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls resolves. You can block a floated card. Pride trigger. Annoying. Yes, that's fine. Land. Do you have another one? You have another one. What else you got? Mountain. Discharge. So we could fight it. We could fight it. The thing is they have 4 energy. So we can have to sacrifice both spawns and then they would just go... I guess it would mean Ragavan wouldn't attack. Give and take. Thinking... Because we want to block the Ragavan. Because we would sack. It goes the 1. End step, trigger, Ocelot Pride, sacks the cat, hits the Chrysalis, right? So then our board's clear, we have a Myco, but then we can't kick it. Is kicking it right now necessary? Maybe not. The next problem is, of course, if we don't save it, then Ragavan attacks, we block, cat gets sacked, hits the spawns. We kind of end up in the same situation, right? Sack, trigger. Yeah. We'll just do it this way. We'll force them to use up all their energy. Always yield. And sack trigger. Yep. That resolves now. Yep. I'm passing full at this point. Really? That's astonishing. I would have not expected... Why would you do that? There's no reason to sack the Guide of Souls, right? Just not attack unless they really want this Ragavan to hit? Wild. What does Ragavan hit? Ragavan will Pilfer. Alright. Pilfer's like... Ah, you son of a... I'd love that. We'll draw. Ice Till. Ice Till's pretty nice, actually. It's a decent blocker. And we can play 2 E-Temps from the yard. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Ice Till. Temple. And finds another temple. We'll play another temple. Devourer, 2, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we can play Devourer. We'll pass at this point. I was really hoping to see a K return, admittedly. I'll pass. If they attack with the Ragavan, we probably will block. Is this a Flage? If it's in a Raven Charm. Yeesh. Okay. 4 down to 14. A theoretical 10. Ragavan Pilfers. Piffles. Shifting Woodland would like that too. Theoretical 9, actually. Draw. So we can play Devourer to exile the Ragavan. Or we can exile the Bombardment. Exiling the Bombardment seems applicable here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I will return the Devourer. Play Lab, no Imprint. And we will cast Devourer and exile Bombardment. Bombardment down, we'll pass. So this way Johnny can't flip to hit the Devourer, right? We can block if they want to attack in, that's fine. Paying cost for Seasoned Pyro, draw 2. Worst case scenario here is a Static Prison. The next turn we can Sowing Maiko. I'm actually tempted to go Bojuka Bog next turn for Maiko. Because with Bojuka Bog, we can then ensure they can't escape a Flage, right? That is tempting. Is this a Static Prison? Ocelot Pride. So we can't let this Ocelot Pride connect, basically. Oh, you son of a freaking... well, Ocelot Pride's gonna connect regardless. Ocelot Pride connects. There'll be 1 damage on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, doubtful they sack 5 creatures to keep the Pride on board, right? I mean, I think I have to block it, because otherwise they just make a ton of cats. I want to block the Ragavan, mind you. I'll take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, son of a... I'm dead no matter what I do, aren't I? Yeah, I think I'm dead no matter what I do. Because they'll sack the Ocelot Pride, put me down to 13. I'll then take 5 down to 8. Yeah, 5 down to 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think if I block the Ragavan, then I'll end up taking 4 down to 10. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I'll block the Rog. I'll test the math, I guess, but I think I'm dead. No matter what I do. Yep. Down to 13. Take my beats. Down to 9. Pride's trigger. Oh, I'm definitely dead now. Yeah. Was I off my math before? No, I think I wasn't on the other one. I was off on this one, definitely. I forgot about how the cats stacked. Alright, so this is energy. Lost for game 1. Definitely better in game 2. So heats, K return in. And then I did finish up my sideboard guide, so I can reference that now. For energy, we cut Cavernous Souls, Gemstone, and an Emrakul. Yes, because they have the Thraben Charm. Let's run it back. We want the Ice still because they have the land destruction. Yeah, I was pretty sure I was deadly ways there. Yeah, pretty sure I was dead. All right, on the play for game 2. Yeah, we'll keep this. So from here we go for Sprawl Red. And then we have Heat or Rumble the following turn. Wooded Foothills can either be used for Surveil Land, or if we need to Heat, we can do that as well. We'd love to see a Temple off top for the K command. Yeah, okay, this works. And red. And pass. And pass. Bloodstrand fetch. If the Ragavan, we heat it no matter what. It's a Ragavan, so we'll heat that on their turn prior to combat. Sire's pretty good. I'll play the Rumble. There's the Temple. Grab Temple. In that case, we can K command the Ragavan. Actually, I think I may should have Wooded Foothills fetched. Yeah, probably should have done that. Attack. I will K command Rampant Exile. And done. Ragavan down, Arena of Glory, and Damping Sphere. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. I really don't think Damping Sphere is as good of a card into this matchup as people would like it to be. I'll be real. So now I'm glad that I did play that K command the way I did. World Break, Wooded Foothills. Let's fetch the Wooded Foothills then for a forest to play around Moon. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Forest, so we have double green. Chrysalis, heal to all. And I mean, next turn, what I can do here is play Sire and we should win. Ocelot Pride resolves. Sure. And Ocelot Pride resolves. Sure. Draw. Another Rumble. I'm tempted to Rumble. But I think just laying the Sire should win me the game. And then we'll Rumble next turn. Yield all. And we'll pass. No reason to attack in right now when we can block. Static Prisoner Bust Friend. Oh, is it a Static Prison? Nope. What is it? Voice of Victory, that's fine. No attacks by opponent. We draw. Sowing Myco. So we can play the Sowing Myco and ramp. It would allow us to then heat next turn if I go Shocking in a Stomping Ground. Otherwise I can just Rumble. I think I might just Rumble though, because we have Mr. Land Drop. So we'll go Rumble. Grab a Windswept Teeth then, because I would like to Devour, but we need lands first, and the lab isn't doing much. So I'll go Windswept Teeth, play Windswept Teeth, go to combat, swing for 7. And we'll hold. Hold heat, surveil on end step. We can't hold heat because voice, right? I should have seeded the voice. Yeah. I forgot. Though then again, I don't know. Is hitting the voice right now worth it? Right now the board state is pretty stable. So unlocking instant speed spell probably isn't relevant when we could hit something better. Right? We could hit something more impactful. I guess like the voice will be able to mobilize, but they get 1 damage in. Why is that relevant? Go to blocks. So they have, but Thraben Charm, I guess Thraben Charm does matter here. So we block. Let's assume they have the Thraben Charm, yeah, I suppose. I guess that does make sense. Wait, what? Do they not have the Thraben Charm? Flage? I'm confused. I'm confused. What was the thought process there? The answer was there was none. Oh, weird. Oh, City's Blessing. I see. I'll fetch, surveil, K command on top still. Yield to all. Sure, you make a lot of things, but that's okay. Go to combat attack of Sire again. Yep. Down to 6. Sire now has pseudo hexproof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll kick the Myco. And kick the Arena of Glory on the off chance that's relevant. And then we could Bojuka Bog the Flage. Nope, Bojuka Bog must be in exile. Oh, it's in Yard. Unfortunate. Shifting Woodlands is relevant, but I think I might just go for a Stomping Ground Shock for Unholy Heat. Yes. Alright. Marsh Flats fetched on the 5. Alright. So I can fetch Surveil, but they can no longer haste the Flage. We can kill the Flage with the Unholy Heat. No, I'd agree that maybe shocking there. See, yeah, maybe Fetch Shock would have been better. But I'll scoop it up. Yeah, I guess Fetch Shock would have been better since we're already at enough life total. Missing only 2. So yeah, Fetch Shock would have been fine. I think at that point with the life total I had, I didn't care as much. But no, I think going for a fetch land would have made more sense. Yeah, the voice was already down, so we didn't need to worry about voice. Though I think in retrospect, thinking about Thraben Charm definitely was something I should have thought about in dealing with the Voice of Victory in Game 1. Because I did forget about them being able to make the tokens, which would increase the lethality of the Thraben Charm. So I think that is fair. On the Gemstone, cut the Rumble, and then run it back. On the draw for Game 3. Yikes. Like, a land helps a lot, but we're gonna mulligan here. This hand looks good, but we need a red source. So we tuck. We keep. Pitch Devourer. Yeah, I think we pitched Devourer there. Heat, K return are pretty good here. I still can help us ramp and dig deeper. Also a decent blocker on 3. I will keep pitch, done, reveal, pass. Windswept Teeth. No turn 1 play, Devour. We're looking for a red source. Talisman, fetch land. We find none of the above, so instead we're going to go for a Rumble. We'll play the Rumble. Or rather, grab the Rumble. I'm thinking we just play the Forest here. No, playing the Lab makes more sense. Because with Lab, then we can potentially still play the K return if we draw into a fetch or a Stomping Ground. Surveil, 5 in hand, but no turn 1 play is interesting. There's Wear Tear, so it feels like they either have Charmal or they have Damping Sphere, maybe? Molten Rain. They have some form of interaction in hand, right? That's the reason why they kept this hand. Down to 17. A Johnny is fine. Would definitely like to see a red source. Alright, we'll hold and draw. Temple. No dice. In that case, I'll play the Forest. Play the Rumble. Oof. So in that case, I'm going to grab the Sprawl. The benefit of the Sprawl here is we draw into just, let's say, another Forest or a Talisman, then we can Sprawl for red. I will pass. So at the very least, we're going to Sprawl on our Forest. Next turn for red. Yeah, that's how many deep? 8 plus 2, 10 deep, no red sources. We'll take the 3. What's the worst case scenario here right now? Them flipping the Johnny, so probably a Goblin Bombardment. Down to 17. Do you have a Bombardment? I feel like if you did, you would have played that prior to the Johnny though, right? To avoid a K return on Holy Heat. 3 types in Yard. Second of Johnny, so they do flip it. Okay. Yep, Johnny flips. They can either make another cat or they can buff the cats. I need just one more type in Yard. We can deal with the Johnny pretty easily with the heat. Makes a cat. Alright. What do we draw into? We need a red source. Draw. Shifting Woodlands works. Shifting Woodland does work. So we can play the Shifting Woodland, Utopia Sprawl for red on the Forest. And at that point, we can hold up the K return. And the K return will be the 4th type in Yard for us to then deal with the Johnny the following turn if we need. There is another thought to going with Ice Till. Red. Discharge. In response, we'll sack. And that's fine. So Shifting Wood, Sprawl for red. And we'll just hold the K return. 2 in hand. Do you buff the cats? Do you play a Ragavan? Again, worst case scenario here is probably... Do I take the 6 down to 11 is the next question. I don't think I do. Okay, return here. And we'll pass. So next we have the Ice Till. Triple red Blood Moon. Fable. So now you can hit me for 2. Again, we can kill the Ajani. Down the 15. And draw. Rumble. So, let's see here. Hold up the heat. Double green. So yeah, we'll go Ice Till. 1, 2. We can then play Gemstone. And I'll play from Yard first, so Gemstone, Ice Till Mill. There's Wooded Foothills. So Wooded Foothills, we will mill. World Breaker. I will then fetch for a Forest. Emerald Cool to Yard. Rumble. Devour of Destiny. And then Heated Johnny. So Johnny down, we have blockers. They're going to be able to draw, or cycle 2 more or less. But with the Var in hand and the Temple in hand, I think we might be set. And the K returning yard is definitely helping too. And if they have a... what? If they have a Charmal, so Orange Chant, Ragavan to Yard, okay. I just realized I didn't have this up this entire time. Whoops. Arena of Glory. Okay, so I think this might be... oh, voice. Okay, that's fine. Why haste the voice here? Just get in some damage? Alright. Yield to all. You have 0 cards in hand. So I'll block. Huh. We block the goblin? I mean, I'm gonna sweep the board, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna sweep the board, so I'm just gonna block here, take 3. You don't have an Inflation Yard. Down to 11. Voice triggers. Draw. So we'll go with what here? We can play the temple. Let's grab the forest. Forest mill. Temple. Talisman. Go to attacks. Down the 15. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll exile the Fable. Yield to all. Yes. And then next turn, we either have another Devourer or we have Shifting Woodlands. We'll be able to grab the Emrakul, and that's lethal on board. Yep, and that's lethal. And Shifting Woodland, target Emrakul. Go to combat. Attack of all. That's 19 damage. And we got there. Thank you, Shifting Woodland. Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not cutting Shifting Woodland, I'll tell you that. Probably some strange plays by opponent, but overall, solid match. We'll be back for match number 5. All right, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Oh, don't tell me it's Titan. Okay, could be Titan still. Stomping Ground, Shock, Sprawl for green. And pass. If it is, then we do have Micah Spawn at the Ghost Quarter. Second Saga. Criminy. K return. So... Double Saga, not playing anything else. It's not Affinity, right? There's no way in hell. It is likely Titan. So if that's the case, do we go Micah Spawn Ghost Quarter? Like, we go Micah Spawn Ghost Quarter, we Ghost Quarter Saga, it delays them for a turn. But then we're kind of just in the same spot again, right? We'll have access to 2, theoretically 5 mana, so they need a +1 with a Grazer to get to 6. The alternative is that we go Rumble, and we set up for a kicked Micah Spawn next turn. Okay, I'm gonna hope that they don't have the turn, what, 3 win? Rumble. Oh, hello. Well, there's the Ghost Quarters, the problem. We could also go Temple. That does complicate things. Already played a land for turn, so we can't grab the Quarter. This where everything in second Ghost Quarter main would be nice. Something I am tempted to do. I think I have to go to the Temple. Yep, I'll grab the Temple. We'll pass. And pass. Saga trigger. So, do we Micah Spawn kick the Saga? Yep, I was right about Titan. Yeah, it's Stomping Grounds not being a forest right now is also kind of rough, admittedly. There's a forest, you have Boseiju. Be kind of rude if you did, but it would still be fine. You'd still have enough for a kicked Micah on the Saga. Again, would like to have had that Ghost Quarter still be in deck, though. World breaking the Amulet of Vigor would be the same thing as hitting the Saga, so I think we still kick the Myco and then try and ramp into Emrakul or World Breaker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be one short of the Emrakul after the Micah Spawn kicked for a Temple. Yep, there's Boseiju. Oh, they picked wrong. That is huge for me. Hold the phone. So we'll grab the Commercial District Surveil, Devourer. Devour is kind of interesting. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then again, I will have to sacrifice this, so really 11. There's already a creature in Yard. The Devour is relevant, because it's the only thing we have available to us to then deal with a Titan if they can't go off the following turn. Titan, or Devour top, pass, draw. Temple, kick. I will kick the Saga. And 4 types in Yard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to go Temple. No ifs or buts about that. We'll pass. So next turn we can World Break the Amulet. They didn't play a land for turn? No, they played the forest, that's right. Echoing Depths for Saga Ghost Quarter. That's fine. Yes, for a forest. That's a desperation play. I need a land, though. Land. Talisman. That's a desperation play, so that's what I like to see, though, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll play the Talisman. Unfortunately, we're one short. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, one short. Talisman. We'll go to combat, swing for 3. And then again, next turn we'll World Breaker the Amulet unless we draw into a Soul Land. which right now we have 5 hits off the top for a soul land. Alright, go to combat. Swing for 3. Down to 17. And then we'll ward break the Amulet next turn, and I guess... Yeah, I think even if I do find a soul land, I think I still ward break the Amulet, honestly. It's probably the correct play. Even if I could play the Emrakul. They may have been trying to bank on that second Amulet. That may have been key. T-West? T-West untap, that's fine. Explore? No, GSC for 1 for Grazer. Otawara untap. Yeah, so we have to take out the Amulet of Vigor no matter what. So we'll go Sprawl for green. And then Breaker. This way, if they have Escape Shift, they can't win. Attack for 3. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So a land gets us the Emrakul. So Escape Shift is no longer an out. They need another Amulet effect. So we're looking to be in a decent position right now. Somehow, mind you. Again, I think they were banking on the double Amulet. I mean, lucked out they didn't either find another Amulet or Spelunking for that matter. If they play Spelunking, we'll devour it. If we play a land, if we get a land, we Emrakul. Some respect. Huh? Ice Till. Okay, I see. There's Ice Till. You can play another land. You can play an Echoing Depths, I guess. Or a Ghost Quarter tapped. Or a Stomping Ground tapped. Interesting. Mills a card. But you need to pay 2 green. If I draw into... Yep, that'll do it. They won't have 2 green now. Kick a Myco. Kick the Stomp. And post scoops it up. We got there. Alright. So bring in the Ghost Quarter. We cut the Cavernous Souls. We cut the K return. We bring in Fade. We bring in... They are playing Ice Till, which does make me think we might need to bring in the Heat. Ghost Quarter, Flute, Trinisphere. Oh, not Trinisphere. Ghost Quarter, Flute, Fade. So I'm wondering if we... cut or bring in Heat. The question is what we cut for it. We'd have to cut Chrysalis, I think, for Heat. That's tempting. Because the Ice Till mains tell me they're going to be probably running Ghost Quarter themselves. So having access to Heat to deal with that might be necessary, unfortunately. Alright, let's run that back. There's Fade. There's a K-Comatics 2/2. I'll keep. We'll pass. Snookered Forest, pass, draw, Rumble. Do I go Commercial District for Rumble next turn? Or do we hold up a K command? I think I play around up a Sejuani too. We'll go Commercial District Surveil. Sprawl's pretty good here. I'll put that on top. And we'll pass. And pass. I guess one downside of Sprawls, of course, they can Besejuit, Cave, Analyst. Oh, that's interesting. I was not expecting to go Analyst. But you can't set it off next turn, so we have a turn to deal with that. Huh. So in that case, let's go Stomping Ground Shock. Sprawl for green. Rumble. There's Ghost Quarter, though we are missing the ice still. I'll grab the Ghost Quarter. Yes. And then pass and pass. Next turn we can K command the Aftermath Analyst. Three types in yard. Oh. No, that's still only three. There's Spelunking. Submit Growth. Pick up and Rumble. Rumble seems Ghost Quarter, Saga, Sanctuary. What do you pick? Shifting Woodlands is also a consideration, but we have to get rid of that. Choose Ghost Quarter. They played a land for turn. Yeah, playing the Aftermath is very dangerous of them. I'm definitely surprised about that. Another K command. That Spelunking's annoying, though, I will admit. So we can K command X2. Actually, you know what we could do? We could K command X2 and fade. That is a genuine consideration. Because this is for on green, right? Yeah. So let's go Temple. Rampant Exile. Exile Aftermath. Done. Aftermath down. Huh. This will be how many types in yard? 5. So we'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The problem with going fade here is that they'll be able to play a Titan no matter what. But at least then they wouldn't be able to haste the Titan. Yeah, again, I'm not sure why they played the Aftermath Analyst when they did. It just opens them up to this type of board state. Yeah, so the question we're left with here is, do we play the fade? I guess another thing I am concerned about is an Ice Till in hand. In which case, then we want the K return to get rid of the Ghost Quarter in yard. Well, I guess if they sequence it right, we can't even do that. Let's fade. And pass. If they have the Ice Till, then we're in trouble. Spelunking. Ugh. It sets them back a turn at least. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at most. Attack for 2. Might as well block here, yeah. We still have the Ghost Quarter in hand. We draw. Oh. Well, that changes some math, doesn't it? Huh. So we know they have the Ghost Quarter. There's Ice Still, so we can play Lab, no Imprint, and then Ice Still, play Ghost Quarter, pop a Simic Growth Chamber, right? It's not enough to stop them, though, is the thing. But they can't Aftermath Analyst loop anymore, which is relevant. Lab, no Imprint. Ice Still. Ghost Quarter. Mill a card. Now the question is, do we Ghost Quarter? So if we Ghost Quarter now, they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, which means they'll be able to go for Titan, Haste Titan, and then let's say Boseiju. But that's kind of okay. Versus if we... Well, the biggest thing, we don't get priority. So, yeah, might be right to Ghost Quarter then. Because we don't get priority back due to Spelunking. It doesn't trigger. So they'd be able to haste the Titan before we can pop the Hainweir. But we could theoretically Ghost Quarter... Interesting. Do we Ghost Quarter the Simic Growth Chamber is the question. They also have the Urza Cave. Let's go to their upkeep at the very least. Let's start there, because... Alright. I'll have them draw a card. I'm going to Ghost Quarter now, though, at the Simic Growth, and then pass in full. It's on your draw step, not on your main, so at most you could play a Boseiju here. Cool. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we do have Emrakul next turn. Okay, there's the Lotus Field. Alright, let's see what damage you can do without Aftermath Analyst. And there's 6. 7. They'll be able to haste the Titan. They can only haste one Titan, though. GSC for 6. There's Titan. So now they can grab Hainweir and haste. There's Mirrorpool. They can make another Titan, sure. Yep, no blocks. We'll take the 6. Lotus Field, Crumbling Vestige. That is 5 for the Mirrorpool. Okay. Do you get a second Titan? Sure. Yep. Lotus Field's on the stack still. And again, likely that you'll want to Boseiju me. So probably bounce land Boseiju. Five cards in hand, one Lotus Field. Huh. Yeah, I do wonder if holding the Ghost Quarter would have been right. There's Boseiju. But why didn't you bounce it? Weird. Sacrifices Boseiju, Crumbling Vestige. Oh, hold up. We draw. So 6 types in yard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I will go Forest, Trigger. Eldrazi Temple, Trigger. There's another fade. Would have liked that, admittedly. So right now we're going to have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which means I can rumble. I will rumble because 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, rumble. I suppose I'll grab the Temple and cast the Emrakul. Alright, our turn, comrade, and I think I can win here. Because we'll attack the Titan into Emrakul. And from there, I can then grab an Otawara. Force of Vigor. Oh, we can pop their Saga and Spelunking as well. That's pretty good. So we'll draw. There's a GSC that I want to get rid of. Actually, how does Otawara read? Scryfall. I'm pretty sure you can target your own. Otawara Soaring. Return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or to its owner's hand. Perfect. So Saga Trigger. So can I do everything that I want to do right now? So we want to attack with Titan. We want to grab Otawara, and let's say bounce land. We've already exiled Analyst, so we can't kill them with their own Analyst, unfortunately. We want a GSC and get rid of GSC from hand. So we can attack Titan, Otawara, and from there, what else? Vesuva's here on Simic Growth, and then I think Echoing Depths is still in deck, if I'm not mistaken. Because yeah, this is Vesuva, I believe. Yep, that is Vesuva. So at this point in time, Mirrorpool's in Yard. We could of course make more Titans. They're shifting Woodland in Yard. I don't think we can go infinite here. So yeah, attack Titan, block Emrakul, grab Otawara, bounce land, bounce Otawara, bounce the token copy of Titan, so that way it just disappears. We can then Force of Vigor, Spelunking Saga, play GSC for 0, and pick up nothing. I think that's probably the best play here. Let's go to combat. We'll attack with Titan. Titan will trigger. Yes. So we want Otawara bounce land. Because all that's left here is Titan Scapeship, Spelunking. There's Ice Till. I guess Ice Till is a way they can loop, right? But I actually don't know the Ice Till loops. I might have to look into that. Because, yeah, I think there's a way to Ice Till loop, right? Because Ice Till... Oh, there's definitely a way to do so. There definitely is. The Ice Till loop. But I'm trying to think of how you would do it. Wouldn't you need a second Otawara? Because then you'd bounce Ice Till. We don't care about the haste. Yeah, we don't care about the haste. Bounce T West doesn't do anything because we would want to, whatchamacallit. Yeah, so I think we just go Otawara bounce, right? Pick up Otawara, bounce the token Titan, block the Titan, kill it. Ghost Quarter, a land, and then fail to find. Force of Vigor, Saga Spelunking, and GSC for 0. I think that might be correct. I feel like there is a Ice Till line that I'm missing, but I think we'll have to look at that another day. Untapped, yes. Bounce, Otawara. Nope. I guess I can tap it for blue now, yeah. Return Otawara, then we'll Otawara Titan. And tap, tap. I guess we want to be a bit more smart about this. And we'll tap, tap. We need double green, we have the Lotus Fields for that. So now that's gone. We'll go to blocks. Yeah, I'll have to look up the Ice Till loops because I'm not familiar with it. And then we want to GSC for 0. So we'll just GSC for 0, done. Nothing. And then we'll Force of Vigor, Saga Spelunking, go quad green. Or triple green, rather. So Force is out. And then we play Ghost Quarter. Well, Ghost Quarter the Hainweir, right? That way they can't haste. So Hainweir's down. And we will fail to find. And then we pass, leaving them with just lands in hand. Yeah, I'll have to see if there is just a way to win with Ice Till without Analyst. I feel like there is. Another Titan. The good news is we can K-command the Titan. Saga's fine. We should be able to win before then. And we'll draw. Not to mention we have Ghost Quarters in yard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll K-command. I guess I can ramp and exile, hold up the flute. And done. So Titan down. I guess we also have World Breaker I forgot about. Could have played World Break. And then we'll Ghost Quarter Saga. I guess we actually even need to go after the Sagas. We can just flute. Name, Saga. Yeah, that's probably right. And then just Ghost Quarter. So then Ghost Quarter, Mill, Ghost Quarter, Submit Growth, and then Bone Scoop it up. Alright, solid stuff. Solid win against Titan. We'll be back for match 6. Alright, we're back for match 6 on the play for game 1. Potentially against Prowess. I'll keep this hand. So then we go Sprawl, red in case we draw into Chrysalis. K-command would be good. Rumble would be good. Potentially K-return. Alright. Tease a forest, a Sprawl, for red, and pass, and pass. Islet, it looks like Prowess, yep. Draw. K returns pretty nice. So what do we want to do here? Huh. We could play Myco and ramp, but kicking next turn probably is better. K-Return, I think I want more impact, so I don't want to play it right now. So I think maybe just play the Talisman and set up. That might be correct. Play Talisman, set, and then... yeah, we'll do that. We'll pass. Because now we have 6. Next turn we have 7. If we get to 8, we can kick and K-Return. Preordained triggers. One reason why I do like getting rid of DRC early is the fact that they can just stack the top of their deck, but... Shock 16, second DRC. Okay, so it was good for us to wait. We'll draw Utopia Sprawl. So we can go Sprawl. We can't Myco Spawn and K-Return, though. We can do one or the other. One types in Yard. We can play the Ghost Quarter. I'm tempted to Sprawl here and kick Myco. No, I think maybe just the K-Return might be right. Force them to use Mutagenic Growth now, if they haven't. Alright, let's do that. So we're going to Sprawl for a second green. And then red, K-Return at sorcery speed. There's Mutagenic Growth like I thought. So they saved 1, that's fine. We'll play the Ghost Quarter and we'll pass and pass. There's Cutter, trigger, DRC. Alright, so DRC is online. We can shrink the DRC with Myco, with Bog. We'll take, at this point, 5 down to 14. Mishra's Bauble. Yep, 5 down to 14. Bauble, trigger, draw, and Stomach Grounds. Would be really cool if I could draw into a threat. That would be nice. So we'll take out the Steam Vents. Yield all. And then Bajuka Bog. Target you, shrink the DRC, yield all. Stomping Ground tapped, and then pass and pass. Preordain. Slick Shot to Yard. 1 top, 1 bottom draw. Bolt. Dart to Yard. Alright, if I can draw into a 7-mana value spell here, that'd be awesome. Dart. DRC's online. What are we at? 3. Yeesh. Give me a World Breaker, please. Draw. Seriously? When Variance wants you to lose games, you just lose games. That's kind of how it goes. Alright, I'll concede. I say all the time, it's better be lucky than good. But unfortunately, the inverse is a beater. When you're unlucky, it's quite unfortunate. Bring in Trinosphere, bring in Heat. We are going to cut Ice Till. Yep, cut the Ice Till package. Cut the Gemstone. Bring in you. And cut an Emrakul. Alright, let's run it back like this. Alrighty. On the play for game 2. There's Trinisphere. Yep, we keep this. 1010%. A bit unfortunate we don't have any green sources. If we do find a forest or forest equivalent, we can get to this Chrysalis. I will play Temple, and I will pass and hold on the off chance it's relevant. Wooded Foothills, passing. Alright, so we have to play around a... commercial districts. I think it's still lab here for the K command. We're playing around a consign. We'll tuck the Emrakul, and we'll use the K command as permission if needed. Wooded Foothills fetch 19. Surveil. Bolt to yard. Arid Mesa, paying cost DRC. I mean, yeah, we use this K command as permission. Ramp and scry draw, ramp exile, actually. Tempted to scry draw exile. Yeah, I think I'd do that. Show me the consign. Yield all, perfect. Steam vents. Consign, spell. Alright, well that's surprising. Does Prowess normally play Spell Pierce? I guess they play a 1 of Spell Pierce on the side. 1 copying 86. Huh. The more you know. Alright, I mean, I can't really play around that anyway, so say la vie. And it accomplished what I wanted it to accomplish. So we can play Commercial District. Surveil. Lab. If I play Talisman, then we can play Chrysalis next turn. Yes, I'm gonna say Lab to Yard. And then we can't play the Talisman and the Trinisphere, so we just go Trinisphere. And we'll pass. And we'll pass. I guess actually the Talisman's going to be 3 mana, right? A second one. Well, let's play the Talisman. Does this resolve? Are you going to counter the Talisman? I suppose so. I mean, I'm kind of fine with that. Kind of wish that it resolved, of course, but c'est la vie. Pass. And pass. DRC attacks. Draw. Sprawl. And green. And pass. And pass. I'd love for you to play something. Punch is going to scoop it up. Okay, we'll take the win. Thank you, Trinisphere. We'll bring back in the Gemstone and cut the Rumble. Run it back. There is some thought to bring in the Baubles, but of 3 Trinispheres, I mean, the question is what I cut for the Baubles. Oh, this hand's awkward. It's slow is what it is, and they keep 7. We already cut 1 Emrakul, so we're down to 9 7-mana value spells is the problem. So I'm not sure if we could bring in or cut another 7-mana value. I think I mulligan this hand. This hand's too slow and doesn't do enough in this matchup. That's not much better. 8 hits for K Command X1 on 2. I don't think I keep this either. Down to 5. We'll keep this. How do we want to proceed here? K command out. Do we keep the Chrysalis. We need the Forest. We need the Utopia Sprawl. So we either pitch the Return or we pitch the Chrysalis. I think we pitch the Chrysalis, and the Rumble will get us to 3, ideally, if we don't draw into a land. If we draw into a land and we don't have to worry about counter magic, we can just slam the Trinisphere. Otherwise, we play the Rumble or bait with the Return. Yeah, I think that has to be correct. Alright. A bit awkward. Pass in full. We draw. A Spell Pierce here would be absolutely backbreaking. Sprawl. Ah, shit. Oh, thank God. Opponent, give me a heart attack here. I will go for red, and I'll pass. And we'll pass. Alright, we need a land here. Does opponent tap out? Oh, that's so perfect. Give me a land, please. Draw. Rumble. Shit. I'll play the Rumble. We'll go District. Commercial District. Surveil. I'll grab the land, yes. And we'll pass. I mean, it's still possible we die here, but it is unlikely. But it is very possible. We just needed a land for the Trinisphere, man. That's so unfortunate. Cutter. Show off. Okay. Flood Maul. Yep. Oh, they tapped out. Interesting. We pass. So they could have a mutagenic growth. So we play a Forest. We can play a Talisman. So we can do one of two things. We can play the Trinisphere and tax them. Or we can fire off the K return and basically hope they don't have the mutagenic growth. Mutagenic growth is what blows us out here. Because they play it on the show off, both these live. Then again, it's not played to kill me. So give and take, right? At the very least, we play the Talisman. I think we have to play the Trinisphere. I think that is correct. Alright, let's pray. Wish that was one turn sooner. Down to 13. You can play one card. What card will it be? Because you shocked in, so you have something. I actually don't know why you shocked in. Paying cost 4. Into the Flood Maul. Gives me a tap fish. Okay. Bolt. Yeah. Am I dead? They have one card in hand. If they had the growth, they'd play it now. Okay, so they don't have the growth. But we're down to 1. I can't fetch. That's not an option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can play one or the other. I can't play the Myco. That's not an option. I mean, we have to play the K return, right? Like, there's no choice in the matter. We have to play the K return. The Windswept Teeth's doing nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm short 1 of doing both. Because then, if they have 2 spells, I lose. Right? Alright. Let's get 1 damage with the fish. Here goes the K return, friends. We pass. And pass. Double spell kills me. Dart kills me. Bolt kills me. They draw a card. DRC. One more. And there's mutagenic growth. Yep. So unfortunate. And dead. Yeah, us missing the land the turn prior, basically on what, turn 2? Our turn 2, yeah. Our turn 2 missing the land, I think, killed me. If we were able to play the Trinisphere then, the most they could have done is bounced at the hand and then play the Slick Shot, right? We would have then been able to replay the Trinisphere and then continue on. But unfortunately, we are just dead. Oof. I guess the other thing we could have done is we could have played the K returns of the Trinisphere, but I think it was safer to play the Trinisphere, right? We absolutely got hosed by mutagenic growth if we played the K return prior to playing the Trinisphere. Whereas playing the Trinisphere, it forced them to bounce it. But they clearly didn't have the growth, because if they had the growth, we were dead, right? We were dead the turn prior to us playing the K return. So I still think the Trinisphere is correct, because if they didn't have the Into the Flood Maw, we would have been okay. But they did. So give and take. And I guess also if this wasn't a fetch, then we could have played the Trinisphere as well. But unfortunately it was. So unfortunate. Alright. It is what it is. Still, not a bad result, all things considered. 3-3 record at the end of 6. Definitely could have been better, but could have been worse, all in the same breath. Our main losses were to Affinity, which, I mean, you can't do much about a turn 1 Kappa. To Murktide, which, I mean, overall, I don't really care about that matchup too much. I don't foresee seeing a lot of that of the RCs. Kaido did Kaido things, so it is what it is. And then a loss to Prowess, which was pretty close, I would say. I think, like I said, that turn 2, if we landed the Trinisphere, we would have been in a pretty good spot. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. With that being said, though, folks, that there will end tonight's video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button so we can continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can watch me there Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays through Sundays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Though this Sunday, I'll be live at 10 p.m. CST. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon, where you can support me monetarily, but also watch these videos early and ad-free. With that being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!